You unmute when it's your turn. So, are we ready?
Yeah, you just call the names on and I'll just...
Perfect. First we have David Bryant, followed by Dawn M, and then John. David, if you can unmute.
We're doing this again.
You had trouble last week.
Okay.
Yeah, I think multiple times again.
So, David, we will come back to you. Hopefully you're able to unmute. We'll go to Dawn, and then John, and then Jeff Winter.
Yeah. No, that's my chair.
My name is Donna, I'm 56, and I too resonate with the sentiments of this meeting tonight. I'm so glad people showed up and said their piece. I don't know why we have to vote for our elected sheriff. We've already voted for him, and I don't know why this body is so biased against Sheriff Swank. There's a lot of amendments on this charter that you guys are pushing through, but the main ones, and I've been to a lot of these meetings, has been the verbiage of the way we the language that we're supposed to treat Earth like humans, our youth, and Sheriff Swank. Those are the ones that are really, really important. And the one that tops it all is to be able to still be able to vote for our sheriff. So I don't know why that's even a problem. It should not go to the voters. It should be left alone. We already voted for him once. He's our sheriff, and he should be able to finish out his term. He is overseen by we the people. We have a constitution for a reason. I am really just appalled at the way these meetings have been handled, the comments that some people on the board have made. It makes you guys unbiased, and it shouldn't be allowed to happen. I too observed people being called out for some things that were being said and others not. So it makes you wonder why people get frustrated when you say, come and we want to hear your voice. That it really feels like a waste of time, because we can come and voice our opinions, but I don't feel like it's being heard. I feel like you guys have already made up your mind. You're going to take and push all this stuff to the voters and hope that there's nobody that shows up and Mello will get his way. He's corrupt and needs to be removed. He's got dirty hands in this, as well as other council members too. It's just appalling to me what's happened to Washington State and we the people. Every time we vote on something, it gets turned around or our vote doesn't count. So this is really a farce, and it's a waste of everybody's time. I'm asking this body to do the right thing and make the right decisions and stand with we the people, because that's what you're elected to do, to be unbiased.
So next we'll go to John, Jeff Winter, and then we'll come back to David Bryant and see if we can hear you then. John, we can't hear you. Oh, there you are.
Folks, let me tell you something. We have a tremendous sheriff in Pierce County, Washington. Sheriff Keith Swank. This guy is tough, he's smart, and he tells it like it is. He doesn't play the political games. He doesn't bow to the radical left. He stands up for the people, and that's exactly what we need. They're trying to get rid of him. Can you believe it? The Charter Commission wants to take away your right to elect your own sheriff and hand it over to some political appointee. Why? Because Sheriff Swank speaks the truth. He says what everybody knows deep down, that there are men and there are women, that biological males don't belong in women's sports or women's prisons, and that this whole transgender thing has gone way too far. He's protecting your daughters, he's protecting your communities, and for that, the radical left wants to cancel him. But I know Keith, he's a fighter. Under his watch, crime is way down. He helped clean up that total disaster in Seattle, CHOP, whatever they were calling it, even though he had a crazy mayor and a police chief who wouldn't do their jobs. He believes in America first, law and order, and common sense. That's the kind of sheriff every county in this country should have. The people of Pierce County already voted for him. They chose him. Now the politicians are trying to steal that choice away. Don't let them do it. Keep your sheriff elected. Keep Sheriff Keith Swank right where he belongs, protecting your families and telling the truth no matter who doesn't like it. I'm Donald Trump, and I'm telling you, vote to keep Swank as your sheriff. Believe me.
So I see that Brian Dominique has his hand up, and I want to make sure if there's something we need to be paying attention to in terms of communications.
Just, you can talk.
Okay. Brian, would you like to talk to us for a second?
Or maybe he wants to give, I'm not
Or are you here for public comment?
I was here for public comment.
Wonderful.
I didn't see an item on the agenda for an update from me, so I rose my hand. But I'm happy to wait for the rest of the public to get through their comments.
Thank you so much. We will come back to you. So, David, Brian, are you able to unmute?
And if it doesn't work, maybe we just go through everyone and then come
And then come back.
at the very last.
All right. So, David, we will come back to you at the very end. So, Jeff Winter, Christy Gledhill, and then Jeff Pack. And if I could please remind everyone in the audience here to take any side comments or side conversations outside. All right. Jeff, we can't hear you.
Yes.
Oh, there you are.
Can you hear me now? Okay. Jeff Winter, District 5, here to comment again on C1. This Saturday, we will be celebrating the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. Our founding fathers were God-fearing men who did not want to separate from British rule, but after 10 years of petitioning the king who would not listen, they were moved to stand up for the rights and getting rights. In doing so, the king responsible under his rule reforms of the so-called rights. In response, our father removed the copy business draft and signed the Declaration of Independence. It was the age of bloodshed before we were victorious to keep government from ever violating inherent rights, and they established a written constitution to stick in the unrecoverably behind. And yet here we are 20 years later, they say the exact same thing. Those in government have never recognized one's God-given rights. Washington State Constitution preamble. We the people of Georgia and grateful to the supreme rule of the universe for our support in this Constitution. Our Constitution, along with the other 49, acknowledge our freedom to establish this nation. Maybe this is why certain members of this commission have such contempt for the Declaration for the declared rights of the people as seen in Article 1 of our state Constitution. And let history repeat itself because it kept from the truth by insisting that one politics against the power within Article 1 of our state Constitution. There is no money in case.
All right. So next we have Christy Gledhill and then Jeff Pack.
Thank you, Commissioners. Christy Gledhill, District 7. First, I want to thank you for your time in serving on the Charter Review Commission and for your tolerance of what has frequently become uninformed, disgusting language and accusations right from meeting one. I have declined to attend meetings in person because of the aggressive, hateful language and behavior of many of the members of the public, including and especially the sheriff, who, I will remind you, has numerous cases racked up against him with the state certifying board for good reason, and who brought the oversight and appoint versus elect issues on himself with his despicable perspective and language. I applaud the way you've all volunteered your time and stuck with this process. I appreciate the thoughtfulness you've brought to your work, your attendance at incredibly long and acrimonious meetings, and your willingness to keep showing up. Now, the issues you've been considering and debating for months are up to the voters. Thank you.
Jeff Pack and then Angelin, followed by Junior.
Okay, there we go. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right, thank you very much. Jeff Pack, Jeff Pack, County resident of 30 years, District 2. It saddens me that the liberal virus I've testified and fought against in Olympia for years now has infected my county government now too. What I tell my close friends is that the liberals are the real pandemic. Like a virus, they destroy their host and then move on to destroy another. That's the case that I see here. What I see in most of the amendments is the same woke agenda that's been destroying my home state. Given the push in Olympia to remove the voice of the people and electing their sheriff, and then replacement with yet another appointed lackey is concerning. C30 is a subversive means to that end by allowing yet another appointed lackey to oversee our elected sheriff. And this supposes citizens commission is part of it, just more appointed lackeys. This charter amendment is not about oversight, it's about overthrow. This is a steep, slippery slope toward totalitarianism and fascism. Bad enough we have that now in Olympia, where the tyrants run rampant, destroying our state. And now the barbarians are knocking at the gate in my county. And then there's C36, another woke agenda item. Anti-discrimination, you call it? I call it forced acceptance of yet another woke agenda item. I still find it very concerning, looking over time, that the time limit to increase our voice in this process has been shot down. I'm opposed to C31, C30, and C36 amendments. You know these amendments are popular. The volume and tone of the speakers against them is telling. You are pushing an agenda that isn't popular in my county. I heard earlier somebody talking about incorporation of South Hill again. It's not popular, been voted down before, yet the county is still pushing it anyways, and even spending our tax dollars on a dog and pony show with unachievable utopian goals, but deceptively leaving out how it'll all be paid for, that being us. It's something that has little chance of passing unless you outright lie to the people, which I intend to let people know otherwise. That's it.
Angelin, followed by Junior, and then phone number ending in 190.
Good evening, Charter Review Commissioners. My name is Angelina Skira with Pierce County District 2. I'm speaking to you tonight in support of the proposed amendment 02 on section 2.35, rules of procedure in council legislation. There's just one thing that I would like to see added into the amendment to ensure that the rationale already for the proposal is met for the public to have complete access to each meeting as stated in the guidelines with the exception of executive sessions that would usually go to recess like other meetings. Online access should be mentioned via Zoom for view as well as comment or full participation as stated on the meeting agenda and packet. The last time I tried to access a meeting, there were issues with sound where I could see the room and view people going to the podium to speak. There was also the issue of the meeting abruptly ending and the Zooming transferring attendees to the meeting lobby, unable to access the meeting visually and via audio. There should be someone appointed to check on this during the meetings, but also aside from the technical difficulties, please add the details for the public to have the opportunity to not only attend the meeting and to fully have the opportunity to cooperate in the scheduled time frame, reflecting the assigned day's agenda via online, just as we are doing right now. Thank you.
Next we have Junior, and then phone number ending in 190.
Good evening. My name Junior. I be speaking on C1, and I is from District 3, Hilltop. And I'm a black man standing here talking to y'all as a justice-involved individual. Let me tell you something real quick. A whole lot of black folks looking at this transgender stuff, and we all thinking the same thing. This is crazy. We've been knowing there's men and there's women since forever. You don't need no college degree to see that. It's in the Bible. It's in how we raise our kids. And it's just plain common sense. Just ask George Floyd. But now folks finna tell us a man can be a woman and put him in girls' sports or in women's prisons. Nah, that don't sit right with us. We got real issues in our communities. Missing fathers, kids falling behind, crime in the streets. And on top of all that, they was trying to force that COVID jab on everybody that nobody trusts. Sheriff Keith Swank made it clear he wasn't finna make us get no shot we didn't want. He stood up for folks' right to decide for themselves. He been willing to say what a lot of us been thinking, but don't always get the chance to say out loud. He telling the truth about biology. He telling the truth about protecting women and children. And cause he won't play along with all this nonsense, the political folks finna change the rules and and beat him at the ballot box. So now they trying to cancel him with this appointment mess. I'm finna ask y'all tonight, keep the sheriff elected. We need protection from people like Senator Twena Nobles, NAMBLA member, who wants to let pedophiles off easy.
What is your point?
This is the second AI comment. Can we please, in the future, not allow these comments to be fully heard? They are very disrespectful, especially in the way that they're presenting themselves.
Your point is well taken. Thank you, Commissioner Consuelo. So next we have phone number 190, and then we'll go to Lori Lane.
I can bring it in.
Hello, my name is Wendy Wright. I'm in District 2. I just want to thank all of the commissioners for putting together very hard decisions, putting together proposals. I support the proposals that will be on the ballot in November. I appreciate their patience, and I really am just appalled at some of the extremists who have tried to intimidate and dominate the Charter Review Commission. It is not democracy. They're trying to force their views on everyone else. And all these proposals will be on the ballot in November. So people will be able to vote on them. So thank you very much. Thank you for the extraordinary long meetings you've sat through, and I appreciate your hard work.
Next we have McLaughlin, followed by Hunter's MacBook Pro.
Wait, did Winter already talk?
Yeah.
Good evening. I'm in an airport. This is Delaney McLaughlin, so I'm going to be as brief as I can. I would like to restate my support in continuing to elect our officials, including the sheriff. And I would like to state that I am opposed to C-31. That's all said tonight. Thank you.
Hunter's MacBook Pro, and then we'll come back to David Bryant and see if you're there. If you can please state your name for the record.
Evening. My name is Hunter, and I'm here tonight in support of the Youth Commission. I've lived in this area a long time, and I gotta tell you, things have gotten completely out of control. I don't know what happened, but the price of prostitutes on Aurora has gone through the roof.
So, Hunter, are you there?
You know,
Hunter, can you please state your full name for the record? All right, I am assuming that is AI, so we are going to skip down to David Bryant. We'll see if you're there, and then Lori Lane.
Who you say next?
David Bryant, let's see if we can.
I tried to call
David,
him.
can we hear you? Can you unmute so we can?
There he is.
Oh, yep, we can hear you. Gotcha.
Yay! County District 1. I'd like to restate that I think electing our sheriff is one of the most important things that we do, someone that's going to represent the voters of the county. In addition, I think all of the commissioners should look very seriously at the costs that would be put on the county by things that you would support for going forward to the election. The same thing should go onto the ballot. Those that do go on, what the costs are going to be to the voters. Those, I think, are the most important things that we're doing at the time when we are underfunding the sheriff. I live in unincorporated Pierce County, And the sheriff's staff is way underfunded. They need to be doing much, much more for such a large county. That's all from me. Thank you.
All right, David Mullen. Followed by Lori Lane and then Sydney Hennessy. David, are you there?
Yes, David Moylan, County District 7. I would like to express my appreciation to all the selfless time and effort that has gone into this process by all the commissioners. Specifically, the point that I want to make tonight is the transparency and clarity of how the motions that are being advanced is going to be put on the ballot. It needs to be very clear and not deceptive to the voter how they are voting, what yes means and what no means. And my final point tonight is I am a very strong advocate of having an elected sheriff. The idea of putting the appointed power in one person's hand, I think is unconstitutional, and that question has already been decided. Thank you very much for your time.
Sydney Hennessy.
Just one moment. Thank you. Charter and I'm Chair and Charter Review Commission Board. I'm Sydney Hennessy, resident of the 7th County Council District. Thank you for the opportunity to comment. My comment will be brief. Talking to other voters and residents of Pierce County, I'm finding that many do not understand the importance and impact this board has on so much that affects our county. I fear that this is being counted on by the left side of this board. Allowing the people to decide, and that's in quotes, on whether to elect their sheriff opens up a Pandora's box that may never be closed. I would do all I can to inform my fellow residents in the 7th District and friends in other county districts to vote in November to approve common sense amendments and approve, above all, to keep our sheriff elected. Thank you.
Tom Homan. And then Lori Lane. Tom,
can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hi, this is Tom Homan, and I'm here speaking on behalf of Keith Swank. I know he's not allowed to work with ICE, and he certainly doesn't, but he's a great patriot, and I think that all Washington sheriffs and police departments should be working with me. So I just wanted to call in here and give the great support to Sheriff Swank, and huge support on ICE and everything they're doing. We've been in Lakewood, we've been in Lacey, we've been in Shelton, and I think that everybody here should be very thankful for the support that we're doing, getting violent, illegal aliens out of our community. They're everywhere, and we need to work hard. I know a lot of folks on this commission don't like ICE, so I think they shouldn't be allowed to use any type of cooling. So no air conditioning for them. They can go pretend to be French or German or whatever and sit in their 100-degree house. I think that Sheriff Swank's doing a great job, and we need more great patriots like him. So again, Tom Homan, I think that we're doing a great job, and I think that Bob Ferguson was a turd, and he really hates Americans, and he hates pretty much everybody because he wants to give all the money to illegal aliens to permanently keep them in office, and that's the whole Democrat agenda of buying votes. Basically, you let the illegals in, let them have anchor babies, and then you give them a whole bunch of free stuff, and then you give them mail-in ballots, and then they vote for you, and it's like one-party rule, right? So I think Sheriff Keith Swank is doing a great job. I think that we need more great patriots like him to stand up to Ferguson, A.G. Brown. And, you know, I think A.G. Brown got like a Google Law degree or something. I don't even think he's a real lawyer. So I think that, you know, there's a lot of great patriots in this room. And I want to give my sincere appreciation to everybody in here. And you know, God bless America, America's 50th birthday. But if you don't like America, then you should get out of this country. So I think there's about 12 folks in here who are big haters, and they should go to like a...
That is your time. Lori Lane.
Hi, can you hear me?
We can, yes.
Hi, Lori Lane from District 1. I'm here about C1. Because, like everybody else, I want my sheriff to be Keith Swank because I elected him along with many, many others. And he should stay that way. He supports both the state and constitution as well as federal, and he is our first line of defense against those who may not have our best interests at heart. And I want him to stay where he's at. It's funny how so many here do not understand how powerful we as citizens can be to a good sheriff like this. He's won our respect, and if there's ever any problems, we could take care of it as a citizenry. We're very efficient. And you really underestimate that, to my chagrin and the chagrin of many. Also, we have been taxed enough already with all your ordinances that you are doing. Boy, I wish you'd give that a lot more thought and quit making us a walking ATM. It would be nice, you know. Not only that, I'm really not too excited about C36. It's smacks of it smacks of wokeness, and wokeness never works, ever. Thank you.
Shannon. Can you please state your full name for the record?
Shannon Zimmerly, District 2.
Thank you, we can hear you.
Thank you. I am communicating about the importance of the sheriff, as we all are concerned. I think you've probably heard this in every meeting from the same people. It's also going to come from others that are in our community. We find it very concerning that we are even taking our time to communicate this to people that are making decisions on a small level for a large amount of people. Your responsibility to us and yourself is to do things that are upholding the law, not encumbering additional taxes. The proponent of you trying to wrap around this sales and use tax to be able to silence an elected official feels very placid, it feels fake, and very frustrating, simply because we are all here under the guise that we want a safer community. And going over the years as a resident in Pierce County and having to deal with the Pierce County Sheriff's Office, the Prosecuting Attorney's Office, the Executive Office, the Prosecuting Attorney's Office, currently in federal court suing the county and the Prosecuting Attorney's Office, out of all the people that I would personally trust, once again, it would be Sheriff Swank. He's upholding the law in which he can, and that you guys are causing this chaos that is unnecessary. It's wasting time, taxpayers' money, and we are just tired and exhausted. This evening should not be a discussion. Please do not make us sue the county. We don't have the money or the tax base for this. Thank you.
All right, I believe that concludes the folks with hands up. So Brian, Dominique.
Yes, good evening, commissioners, Commission Chair Barnes and Vice Chair Lance. For the record, my name is Brian Dominique, and I serve as the Communications Director for the Pierce County Council. On behalf of the Council, Council Chair Hitchen and the Council, I just wanted to extend gratitude and thanks to the Commission for all the work they've done through this 6-month process. These are volunteer positions, not compensated by the county. So we do really appreciate the time that you put into that. To say thank you, the council would like to invite the commissioners to the council meeting on Tuesday, July 7th, where they will designate July 7th Pierce County Charter Review Commissioner Day, and present the commissioners with certificates of appreciation on behalf of Pierce County. So that's the reason I'm here today, and I'm happy to stand for any questions. But I just wanted to say thank you and extend that invite.
Thank you. Commissioner Fletcher, did you have a question? Okay. Well, I believe that concludes public comment for this evening. Thank you, everyone, for your time and energy in sharing public comment tonight. All right, Commissioner Fletcher.
Sorry, I guess it's not a question, it's just, I believe we have one more member of the public, Mr. Winter, who I believe he lost connection around like 20 seconds left in his public comment. I'm just assuming his hand's still up, just so we could speak to the remainder of his time before he was disconnected, but I'm just putting that out there for you to consider.
Thank you. I'll allow the 20 seconds. I don't know if Jay, you're able to reduce it down.
Yeah, I got you. That's a good call out.
All right, Jeff Winter, are you able to, once we'll get the timer down.
How much time do you say, sir?
Let's do like 22, just give a couple extra seconds. Perfect. That's great. All right, Jeff Winter, if you'd like to unmute.
Yep.
We unfortunately can't hear you.
Yes,
Oh, there you are.
Commissioner Fletcher. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, we can.
Okay, yes. Commissioner Fletcher, thank you for that. I don't know what happened, but anyway, quick continue. The Constitution that anyone, and if we want remedy, we read the contract and learn the original meaning of the words written. So members here who continue to support legislation that has the potential change in our state constitution by a simple majority vote, I urge for you to study the meaning of the words Article 1 because there is no statute of limitations when you cross the line and violate the individual right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and thank you, Commissioner Fletcher, for catching that. Vice Chair Lentz?
Since it's the conclusion of public comment, can I request a short recess?
Is there any objection to a 10-minute recess? Hearing none, we will be adjourned for 10 minutes. Be back